everyone, this is Virus. Virtual Indies are us. I'm Amare, and today I'm here with a very special guest, Experident.
Hello, that's me.
Yeah, so, of course, you're here because you're an indie VTuber. What part about VTubing really appealed to you to become one?
Honestly, VTubing was such a wonderful escape because it really started for me back in early of the pandemic. Obviously, everyone was locked down into their spaces and, everyone was watching Twitch streams and, I never really liked streamers all that much, but then I found VTubers through HoloLive and they were mostly JP, but they were coming out with some English ones. And I thought, hey, I think this is such a really cool and unique way to interact with your audience while having a degree of connectedness while enjoying a degree of anonymity. And I was like, this is something I want to do. I can make stories out of this and really let my creativity shine.
Yeah, I have feeling the anonymity is a very, very big part of VTubing. I think that's a big appeal. And I know HoloLive really did kind of set the stage and brought it to Western audiences more. But can you tell a bit about your persona, though? Do you go into character with the persona, or are you more laid back out of character?
Yeah, I mean, honestly, I had a very sad look back. I realized I should have been a theater kid, so I think I'm letting it come out a little bit here. So I do have a persona. My character does have a name. It is Fukuro Titan. I actually have an elaborate backstory that, is supposed to have some funny interactions with Twitch and stuff like that with terms of service and a whole bunch of lore because I really enjoyed making, a character to play. And normally I tend to fall back into, my own persona, but sometimes, especially towards the start of streams, I try to, play the character a bit more and let him come through and take over sometimes when we're playing games and stuff.
And what would you say is, the key component core of your character? What is Fukuro really about? I
mean, honestly, if you ask any of my friends, it's essentially bottom, but the biggest part really is just kind of those comfy, cozy kind of vibes. Someone who thinks he's so ostentatious and highbrow society, but in reality, he is just 3 raccoons in a trench coat. And he is faking it till he makes it the whole way through. The socially awkward little shit who thought if he said howdy every day in middle school, that was going to be really cool. And people would still want to hang out with him because he said howdy instead of hello.
I have to admit that because I know you very well as my friend, it's a very, very fitting description.
I was going to say, I think I went a little too scathing with that one, but I hope it's real enough for you.
Oh, no, it definitely paints a portrait. I think it's a good one, and it's an honest one. What kind of content do you currently make? What kind of games do you stream, or do you do, just chatting or art streams?
Yeah, so at the moment, my content's a little bit all over the place, but I actually do variety streaming on Twitch semi-regularly, as well as I do boyfriend ASMR on YouTube. It was something that really touched my heart, believe it or not, in the pandemic as well. And I got multiple compliments about my voice, so I thought, why not, try ASMR stuff, do the whole thing myself. And besides, writing Fuki's backstory, I like making stories sometimes. And filler fluff always has, this, secret spot in my heart. So I just thought I could do this pretty easy.
So I have a feeling that a lot of listeners, when they hear ASMR, they're going to automatically think of, the soothing sounds of ASMR. So a lot of people may not understand what the ASMR boyfriend audios are. Can you explain a bit more?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's basically the way that I describe it easiest to people is that it's like if the book was directed at you the entire time. Basically, instead of like, clicking or, hearing keyboard clacks and a mouth popping sound that a lot of these ASMR video that you typically think of with ASMR, this one's more just like kind of voice acting and like playing a role. Like I said, it's like a book or a TV show that only interacts with you. And so it usually aims to like kind of comfort the listener. Like a lot of them are sleep aids because, it's comforting to know that you have someone near you that is sleeping and it's their presence is there. So it's very enjoyable to just have those sweet nothings or the kind words at the end of a day to, help you feel a little better sometimes.
And I'm assuming it's a really good way to like get started into voice acting if you're actually interested in it.
Absolutely. I mean, I know I already mentioned the whole theater kid thing, but genuinely it is so much fun doing the audio role plays because you can, not only is it like the kind of intimate and soft stuff, it can be as goofy as you want it to be. I mean, I think you might have seen there was that trend for a hot minute where wife makes you a hot boiling pot of water and slips and accidentally scalds you. And yeah, it's a shitpost video, but at the same time, I hear some and they have some really good voice acting.
That is so fascinating. I actually haven't heard about that.
Really? Because there's some more that are like more actual shitposty where it's like what's it called? Beats you to death with a frying pan or something absolutely ridiculous. But by the same token, I clicked on them out of pure curiosity, and the start of the entire thing was actually really well done. I mean, there's not a whole lot of you're only putting your voice out there, so people who struggle with maybe the kind of stage fright, which I especially had when it came to the whole theater kid kind of situation, it's a lot easier to put yourself out there. Plus, every time you do something new, that's a new piece for your demo reel. You're working on your southern accent, or, you have this kind of impression that you do, or an inflection that, hits the dominant daddy, or, something that's like a bit more soft or comforting.
That's fair.
Yeah. It just depends on where you need to go. And, you can keep yourself kind of in a certain range, or you can experiment. And, I know a couple of people that actually have translated those ASMR things and used them as demo reels for people looking for voice acting. And that helped them. Yeah.
Oh, nice.
It's not the typical thing, but it helps.
Well, I mean, hey, if it's good practice, I don't see why not. Do you write your own scripts, or do you use scripts from somewhere else?
It seems like they've found a bit of a community where script writers have started posting scripts on Reddit, and the VAs have kind of this little treasure alcove of scripts that they can pick from. But I also happen to write a few of my own scripts. It just depends on if I'm being too perfectionist with my writing and I can't get through the script by the time I need to upload. I decided to just say, you know what? This Reddit script sounded really good. I'm going to record this one instead.
Oh, I bet the writers love it though. You're getting their information and, their creativity out there, letting people hear their writing.
Yeah, I mean, I could be for some people as well. It's a little guilty pleasure, the things you would want to hear, and then you have someone voice it for you. It helps, You can't deny it. There's a little selfishness in there.
Oh, yeah, of course there is. I mean, there's always a little selfishness in content creating, right?
Of course.
Whether it's, ego boosting, getting to do what you truly want to do. But I imagine there are people out there that you're really making happy with your content, even if you don't have a big following in it or a video doesn't do as well as others. There's still definitely going to be someone out there that enjoys what you make.
Absolutely, yeah.
Is there any plans for your future content that you haven't mentioned that you would like to do?
Oh, that's so great because I have so many ideas and I will now take the next 45 minutes to go through all of them in painstaking detail.
Oh, goodness. Oh, dear. Let's go.
No, I'll keep it short, I promise. I actually, I have two new ideas that I've been trying to work on that I haven't really told anybody about. Actually, maybe three. But I've been wanting to do this little thing I noticed a couple of people do. They have a thing called Inktober.
Yes.
If you've ever heard of that.
I've joined in on Inktober a few years ago. I've done it before.
Yeah, I think it's super cool.
It is. It's super fun.
Yeah, and it's like, again, another one of those great ways where you can flex your creative muscle. And basically, we have a thing in the ASMR community / VA community called Talktober. Same exact thing. It's just, here's the subject, make a audio as long as you want or as short as you want that, handles the topic. And it's a great way to just kind of get your creative juices flowing. And then some are a little more rigid, like Monster Boys of the Week or Monster Girls of the Month.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do my own little special on my channel just because, some people are doing Talktober, some people are doing their own thing. I'm having like my little Monster Boy because, this month's all about the ghosts and the ghouls and all the things non-human.
Yeah, it is. I also saw recently on Twitter a few VTuber designers and artists are actually doing Adoptober. So every day they make a new adoptable character design based on a generated idea.
Wow, I hadn't seen that actually. That sounds super cool.
Yeah, Unice is doing an artist I follow a lot because I love all of her art. I saw even one of the days is going to be a porcelain doll.
Oh, lucky you.
Oh, so lucky.
Well, if I know any porcelain doll VTubers, I'll have to let them know.
Oh, yeah, I can think of one. I don't know if he'd be down for it.
I want...
But, has a process of becoming a VTuber different from what you imagined it to be when you first learned about it? Is there anything that ended up being surprisingly difficult or even surprisingly easy in the process?
There's a lot that I think can be said that makes the VTuber adoption process or becoming maybe a quote unquote flesh tuber to VTuber more difficult than say just turning on a webcam and streaming yourself playing Fortnite for 8 hours a day. But
don't call out one of my friends now.
Listen, hey, I got nothing against the Fortnite streamers. I love them. I was in it back in season 3. I was basically one of them. I just didn't have the VTuber model. But yeah, the thing was that, first of all, my wallet. To answer your question, that's the thing that hurt the most when I got into VTubing.
Look. All VTubers that are not corporate VTubers are struggling financially.
Yeah, if it's not the main group of indies and any corpos with love, then it's so rough.
It is rough. Because once you start, it's almost addictive, isn't it?
Oh my god, I feel like... Sorry.
Please don't keep crying.
I had to sneeze for a second. I'm sorry, I sneeze. It was that I feel like...
To bring it back to Fortnite.
I need every item shop skin. Yes, the demon one. I need this one. I need the soft boy. I need the pirate AU. My creative brain hurts coming up with different OCs.
I cannot, say anything about that. You know very, very well about my addiction to models. So I cannot say anything about that. I can't hate on you for that. I get it. It can be very, very addictive. And then to just get any artwork commissioned for your character. Oh my god.
Oh my god, yeah.
Yeah.
Because obviously there's very loose standards for what makes a VTuber a VTuber.
Right.
Because we've even seen the creation of PNG tubers and things like that.
And they progress so much too from just, being, basic light up when they talk to now they have full on different expressions based on the tone and the volume of their voices.
Yeah, which I think is super cool because like it allows it's a very interesting thing which I wish was there when I first started, because it allows you to like not have to bite off so much before you get into it.
Right.
Because like when I first wanted to get into the space, it was like just barely, the trend was just barely coming over to the US. So it was really only getting a custom model was your way of having one, or you'd be using a pre-made model that's commercial and you would need to pay for the license.
Which, I mean, very viable. That's
absolutely
what I'm using.
Yeah. And I was going to say, yeah, as of more recent, they've been, people have been just making more, commonplace or pre-template models. I mean, I believe mine right now is a pre-template model, or one that's just been edited over to fit my persona a little more.
Yeah, I think my very first model was actually the twin to yours. That we heavily
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That was so cool. When we figured that out, that was so fucking cool.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to curse on your illustrious podcast.
You've done it a couple times, and I have let it slide every time.
Okay, all right. You don't have to out me like that, but sure.
But then there's also now the huge influx, okay? Sukiya, a renowned VTube model artist and rigger, right? Rigs stuff for the biggest VTubers out there, like Iron Mouse. She's done like 3 or 4, right?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, and then she released like the real, true first ever customizable model for a reasonable price. I mean, $120 for the amount of effort she put into it, the amount of quality that's behind it, and the fact that she's doing free updates for it. And that alone set off a whole chain reaction of all these other artists trying to also offer different customizable models to try and fit other people's, their style and appeal to them. So it's definitely gotten a lot easier, I think, for more people to step into the space without having to commit to dropping huge amounts of money into it.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think I even saw some, like, now the trend kind of was seen as the love was only really given to female VTubers, but I think even there's this other artist, I think Wani, I want to say was the name, made a male version. And I've been noticing just as I'm looking at like some smaller VTubers that are popping up on my streams, or, content creators that I follow that are becoming VTubers, they're opting to choose these models. And I think it's a great thing that really helps the scene and helps, VTubers as a whole become this more established brand in a way to, present media.
Especially in the male VTubers, because listeners probably don't know this, but VTubing really heavily started in Japan, and it was very heavily based off of idol culture in Japan. So it was strictly females at first, and then they slowly started having corporate male VTubers, and so the demand for customized models were really heavily focused on women at first. But I believe I even sent you a customizable male model. I sent you a link to one, the very first one I saw, so that you could look at it, because it actually looked super good. They were putting a lot of details into it to try and appeal to, the men that just weren't getting the affection and the support.
Yeah. It's so like great to see that, especially like you've seen kind of with some of the other VTuber corps that like with the more the male generations, a lot more just being more accepting. I mean, I know it's not that great, but K9 Kuro is a great example of one. I mean, he really just like set everything up, and like to me he feels like a little bit of an inspiration for a male VTuber who is, just trying to have the most fun he can with his stream and everyone he plays with.
Yeah. I mean, in general, male VTubers just don't get the attention and the recognition that female VTubers get, whether they're corporate or indie. And so I'm hoping in future episodes I'll bring on a lot more male indie VTubers, because I think it's just harder for them to get reach from what I've seen. It takes them longer. They have to work a lot more, and they don't get the amount of recognition that they deserve.
Yeah. I mean, it's really an interesting spot for the whole scene as well.
It is. It is.
I wish them all the love, and I wish they grew as quickly as some. And I'm not saying that they never do either.
Yeah.
They absolutely do. It's just, I want my boys to have fun too.
Yeah.
Hey, if you can dress up as a pretty anime girl, I want to dress up as a pretty anime guy. Please.
Yeah, do it. Or some males decide that they also want to be pretty female models despite
Go for it, dog.
presenting as males themselves,
Yeah. To each their own. Absolutely.
Yeah. So, has there been any point in your entire career of becoming a VTuber? Do you regret any of it?
Unfortunately, yeah, I do regret a little bit of it. Would I become a VTuber if I could restart and, do it all over again? Absolutely. I think that this is one of the coolest ways to interact with the medium, and a great way to connect with people through streaming and things like that. But I made some very silly mistakes in my very early days. And even up till today, not trying to bring myself down, but I always see things that I could be doing better, and I'm like, darn, I need to start getting on that. But I think that also just, kind of goes towards my drive to wanting to be a better content creator, like I think a lot of us do.
Yeah, of course. There's nothing wrong with that, so long as you're not, actually putting yourself down for trying.
Yeah.
But what are your goals of VTubing? Long-term, short-term goals? They could be goals that you believe that you'll never reach. What are your goals?
Yeah, my goals honestly are a tad in the wind, but the most thing that I want to do is just have fun streaming, because obviously it's always good to have goals, but if I put ever goals on myself, I will expect to hit them, and when I don't, I'll be disappointed, and it'll ruin the fun of VTubing.
No.
However, though, I will say, I do want to hit 1,000 subscribers one day, and then preferably I would hit 1 million at some point. And hopefully have a 3D live.
Those are very big
yes,
leaps.
There's also a bunch in between as well.
Okay.
But, I'm just a quick short one, a quick long one. And also I was thinking as well, some goals. Cause I want to create, I want to star in hopefully an anime one day with voice acting that, there's one VTuber that I look up a ton to that I want to replicate. And I don't know if you've heard of him before. His name's Sayu.
Oh. I have heard of Sayu. Trust me, I have heard of Sayu.
He so funny, absolute charm, VTuber and a VA. VA is a ton of my favorite characters. I want to be him, but in my own regard,
Yeah, and I know technically he is an indie VTuber, but I believe he kind of skyrocketed thanks to his own personal portfolio of how much voice acting he does. And I think it works really well.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a lot of ways to get eyes on you as well. Not to make it corporate, but I think there's a very easy correlation to be drawn with, putting yourself out on TikTok combined with, having yourself in multiple pools that you're interested in, like VTubing, voice acting, maybe funny game tages or things like that. Yeah. That gets, a fair amount of eyes on you, that diversifies your community, but also, lets people see you for you. Which
for indie VTubers is a lot of work. You don't have a corporate team backing you whose sole job is to market you and, handling your scheduling. So I understand that in the indie world, it is a lot tougher. You have to go through so much work. And sometimes, man, I feel like all of the work that people put into it just doesn't get enough attention.
I mean, yeah, say what you will about the algorithm. Accounts are made and broken by thee, but I mean, it works for some, others it doesn't.
Yeah.
And I think just, having good content actually does play a fair, decent factor in that too.
It really does, but also trying to learn to market yourself well, because
Oh my God,
I
yeah.
see so many indies that are great. They're entertaining, they're nice. They really try to interact with their community, but for whatever reason, they're not hitting that algorithm that dictates who is popular and who's not. And then I see newer ones who blow up almost instantly, and I'm thrilled about that. But also, I'm so sad that there's so many that just somehow don't fit into the algorithm that's currently popular, and then they get overlooked.
Yeah.
And then they start doubting themselves.
It's tragic.
It is.
But, I think it's weird to say it, but I think it also kind of shows the commitment, because there are a lot of people as well that are just trying to hop on the trend of VTubing and just start doing it to do it. And, there's nothing wrong with, trying to, gain popularity on something that is also popular. I mean, I hop to the game that is most popular at times because that's what will help. But, at the same time, I think you will also find that those smaller VTubers, some of them don't have the commitment that is needed to get through it.
Or they just don't care about the popularity. I know there's lots of indie VTubers out there that truly just do it because they're just having fun, and they don't actually have massive goals that they're really striving towards. I mean, obviously they're excited when they hit it, but they're enjoying it just because it's something they have fun doing.
Yeah. And I think those ones are the ones that, whether or not they make it tomorrow or next month, I think they are the ones that are gonna, find the most joy out of this and eventually find success.
They have to. They just have to. I've seen some who are like just now really gaining traction after 5 to 7 years of doing this, and I'm stunned by the commitment that takes, because I don't know, that seems so hard to just like watch others that's just started that just blow up instantly. And I'm sure it makes a lot of people feel like, man, am I not interesting? Is the content that I'm making not appealing to anyone? Am I not doing good enough?
No, don't stop speaking so loudly. All VTubers have imposter syndrome. Come on, what are you doing?
Because I want our viewers and our listeners to understand that all of us really do try because we like what we're doing. Even if we're not getting the results that, we want for all the work we get, but we still enjoy doing it.
Yeah.
Maybe a little less sad question.
Yeah. Existential dread of the algorithm and how to become a content creator.
Oh, the bane of all content creators. But what would be your goal if you blew up tonight? If you blew up right now and just spiked in popularity, what would your plans be? I
mean, I always am hoping I get that 15 minutes of fame, which feels more like 5 in this day.
No. We're not talking about your 15 minutes of fame. We're talking about you blow up. You're suddenly one of the top followed indie VTubers. What would be the first thing you do with that? What kind of plans? What would you plan? Any events? What would you go to?
I think I would try to host a concert and have a 3D live, honestly, because that sounds so fun.
A concert now, singing?
Yes, singing is such a passion of mine. I'm too scared to do karaoke on stream yet, but pretty soon I hope to make it a sub goal, and then maybe a more permanent feature on my stream schedule.
I haven't even heard you sing, and we've been friends for years. I've heard you do little amounts of singing, but I've never heard you go full out before.
Let's just say there's a certain animated movie of the summer that I was considering singing a certain villain song from.
Oh?
It's still working on it,
I'm so curious. If you don't stop, I am dragging you back to an actual episode. Although, with how long this demo's going, we might actually be doing an actual episode right now.
I was about to say, I'm just going to keep responding until you turn off the recording. Because I saw we're at 30 minutes and I'm like, I assume 8 was fucking around. I think we hit it, but she keeps asking me questions, so I got to keep going.
Well, you can call it quits whenever you like. I don't want to keep you here.
You're not keeping me here, but it's you. You decide how much content we need.
Oh, I just like asking you questions and like actually getting your answers for this. We don't actually talk about this a whole bunch and, privately. But I am now going to have you come on to a show and show off your singing one day. It's going to happen. I need that talent of yours out into the world.
Evil. You are evil. Very evil. Very evil.
All right. I'll wrap it up. Do you have any tips for people out there? Maybe people that are more like you, personality-wise, that want to get into VTubing or are hesitant about it?
I think that I am going to have to take the most corniest answer possible.
Yeah.
And I'm going to have to quote one of my favorite movies of all time.
Oh, Lord.
And it's just that for me, or even anyone who isn't me that is thinking about it, it's really scary. Especially, thankfully, it's gotten easier with the whole pricing that we talked about, but
yeah,
you never really know that you want to do it. It's just a leap of faith.
Really is. I mean, even to this day, it's a leap of faith for me every time I try to hit stream because, man, it just brings new challenges every time and new situations that you might not be prepared for no matter how many times you hit stream.
Yeah, I mean, you play so many roles, especially as an indie.
If you really do. You're your own manager, your own scheduler, own hype man half of the time. Sometimes you're even your own chat talking to the void.
All right, we don't gotta go that deep, but fair enough.
I'm talking about my own personal experience here. I was not taking a dig.
Oh, I'm taking strays anyway. No, I'm kidding.
Okay. Very well. I believe that I have tortured you enough with this interview.
I expect financial compensation in a timely manner.
You shall get a donut.
I accept this deal.
All right. Well, then, with that, I believe the demo, depending on how well this goes and gets edited, maybe even a future video all ready to go. But with that, thank you. Thank you for spending this time. It took us a long time to get this set up. I think it took us almost 2 hours to actually get all of this together. Because obviously I was not fully prepared. But I enjoyed having you doing this, and I appreciate it. You're one of my bestest friends in the world. Yeah. Thank you for taking time out of your day, your week. I know you're busy with your work in real life and all of that. So thank you.
I'm happy to be here.
Thank you. And thank you, everyone, for listening.
Thank you, listeners.
Yeah. So thank you, everyone. This has been Virus with Mimi.